Good morning. We're heading to Brno to continue testing the S1000RR. This will probably be one of the coolest days this month. And you know, now the BMW S1000RR comes with M-Power parts, so you can have the motorcycle in the M package. And I told the guys from BMW, listen, let's make a story like this. I will go to Brno with an M-Power, because I will drive an M-Power and it will be elegant. Then, oh gosh, that's actually a great idea. I'm coming to pick up my car today and here it is. Ha 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 ha. Look, we're sitting like we're on an airplane. Start. We are screwing Mr. Philip on the fence. Go ahead. Oh, we need to go forward. Look how the Mini M-Power brought us here. That's the whole fun of it. Not only do you get to drive around Brno on the track, but you also get to test out new bimmers. It sounds like a solid plan. And for me, it's all about finally getting some real track time on the S1000RR, figuring out all its settings and seeing how fast I can actually go with this bike on the track. Nice plan? The best thing, little Mini. Haha! First time in the new suit. And the question is Andrej still a speedy 52? Not only does he look good, but he's also dressed up. Thank you very much. Good morning. It's me, Andrej, or even Handsome Andrej, as Philip called me, because I have a new outfit that matches my helmet color-wise. It's rare for me to be so well color coordinated, but I'm not here to talk about motorcycle fashion. I'm here to talk about this motorcycle, which you can read about in the latest issue. And in this issue, you'll get to know all the technical intricacies, how the frame is constructed, the electronics, the suspension. What's new in this 2019 BMW S1000RR model. You'll read at the end that when it comes to the riding experience, Andrej felt quite a bit of dissatisfaction. You can also watch this in the official test video from the historical track. The point was that if BMW has created such an advanced machine completely from scratch, then to get to know not even its limits, but just to get to know such a machine, we need definitely more than one track day and definitely more than 3 sessions on racing tires. So what now? I'm currently at the BMW RR days, where I've spent a wonderful day with this motorcycle. And finally, I hope you can see me as I usually am after testing a sport bike and spending a whole day riding on the track. So what can I say? In short, the faster you ride this motorcycle, the better it performs. And finally today, I was able to I could feel what this machine, what this motorcycle is truly capable of. I think the numbers will speak for themselves, because it's my first time on the Brno circuit. I was riding on tires that, as far as I know, are even street legal, because they're Bridgestone R11S, and I clocked a time of 2:15.6. I'm not entirely sure if that's very good, just good or average, but considering it was probably the 16th fastest time of the day out of 200 participants, I think that's pretty respectable for a motorcycle with headlights, basically straight out of the box. Because the bikes I was riding with were all prepped, race-ready machines on slicks. What impresses me the most is the chassis, and I'm not just talking about the suspension. I'm talking about the whole thing, the characteristics of the frame, the swing arm, the suspension, and how it all works together. Because as I mentioned earlier, this motorcycle, even at first impression, turns much more willingly and tightens its line much more eagerly. But today, when I really pushed it, it gave me such an incredible sense of safety and confidence when leaning into a turn. Whenever I wanted to tighten the line, get closer to the apex, or for example, when I was overtaking someone and had to press the bike harder to the ground, I was just completely shocked. And the best part is that the chassis gave me excellent feedback. As I was riding, there were a few times actually, the first session was funny because I forgot about the button that turns off traction control, and I think I accidentally pressed it. I went out without traction control thinking, all right, I don't want to waste the session, I'll just get to know the track. And honestly, I wasn't at all intimidated by the power. Remember, this is 207 horsepower, and I wasn't scared to open the throttle on the exits and ride literally 100 kilometers per h on the track. Pretty briskly, because I was able to feel the traction perfectly. A few times I was already going a bit too fast probably for these tires, and I could feel the rear just starting to slide out. Honestly, it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant when it comes to this motorcycle's chassis. But to keep things balanced, what I wrote about the brakes unfortunately was confirmed today. Again, I had the problem that the brake was just fading on me. To be fair, I also talked to other people. They didn't have this problem because they simply brake less. And this also applies to the racers. My braking style is such that I really scrub off a lot of speed, dive into the corner, and then get back on the throttle. Kind of like supermoto. Riders who are a bit smoother, brake less, and enter corners faster didn't really complain much. And people who tested this motorcycle, let's call them beginner amateurs, didn't notice this problem at all. I hope that after replacing the brake pads and fluid, the situation will definitely improve. What else the engine? Well, the engine confirmed that its linearity and predictability are truly masterful, and there's definitely no lack of power here. There's no shortage. When you see on the onboard footage how quickly this machine picks up speed, it's just shocking. And besides that, the electronics, yes, the electronics work great. Once you have them set up, let me put it this way. We have two ways to use traction control. One way, which is how I rode most of the day, was to set the traction control to 0 or 1. Then as I exited the corner, I'd open the throttle all the way, feel the rear end start to slide, the traction control would catch it, and I'd shoot out of the corner. Later, when I started lowering the traction control, the bike began to slide more and more, and I could feel that it might eventually slide out completely. And at that point, I tried to sense the moment of slipping myself, and honestly, that's probably the most effective way to learn how to ride and control the throttle, because traction control only kicks in really late into action. And if there was a situation where the motorcycle was already sliding, but I was already exiting the corner and didn't want to close the throttle, I just kept it open until the end, and the bike just, powered out. The traction would catch it, it would come out, the traction would catch it, and you can see it a bit in the video how it just screams and tears up the hill. It's an incredible feeling, just so much fun. Even after the whole day, I still want to ride this machine even more, and that says the most about it. I want to take it now to the track in Poznań, Poland, change the brake pads, or just take this production model. Because let's remember that the motorcycles we rode in Storyland today are the same machines, and they're pre-production models. So it's possible that the ones that will arrive at dealers, the ones that will be test bikes in Poland, might not have these issues anymore. And that's also something worth checking. Yeah, I'm simply a smiling Andrzej, and that's what matters most. This motorcycle, as I wrote in the article, is probably the fastest motorcycle straight out of the box when it comes to lap times on racetracks, and now I'm very close to saying that it really is currently the fastest liter class motorcycle available in terms of lap times, because power on paper and straight line speed aren't everything. What matters here is how this package performs on different tracks. To say this definitively, we need a comparative test. I hope we'll be able to organize one, preferably using the same tires. These Bridgestones could really be great. And that's it. I can't wait for more. I hope you feel the same. Tomorrow is another day, but it's going to rain, so we probably won't be riding. That's all. Have a great day. Take care.